today. From the Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. Saints versus Jalen Hurts and the Cleveland Browns.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run with Etienne. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. T.J. Watt in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Play action, now it's Lance. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Chris Jones, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his days is. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll buy some time right. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Lance hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Here's Etienne. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Buying time to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 20. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And the Browns pressure gets to him, and he's going to go down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing now is Lance. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down. Hurts being chased out left. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyler Lockett, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Lance now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance will find ETN out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Lance looks to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And Lance's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 36, Lance. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lance going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Lance trying to urge his offense to go quickly. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. McCann's kick up and good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They'll throw now on the final play. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports halftime report. A busy final day of the regular season, so let's get to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Panthers knew a victory was necessary to have any shot, and they got it, as they'll finish the regular season at 10-7. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium, and they trail the visiting LA Rams as that one's gone to the intermission. Keenan Allen, a touchdown catch in that first half. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, see what's happening with the Bengals. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Cortland Sutton, a touchdown catch in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point,
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Devontae Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Travis Kelce, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out there, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Lance. In trouble, and he's taken down. Chris Jones getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Lance, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lance. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts, flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Browns get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 29, Lance. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. On 1st down, Lance. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Working from the gun, Lance firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down, and that's what he just did.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
3 yards remain for second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. Lance now to throw.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Lance again. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Chris Jones, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now a first down throw complete downfield.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going, but it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And that is incomplete. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Taken in at the 11. So a change of possession here on the punt. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they got this one well. He's got a man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward. Offensive
explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, they make NFL history with this, their 17th win without a loss, a perfect 17-0 on the regular season. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9-8. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as